What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Street Fighter V collaboration, and more importantly, all of the information that we have confirmed to us thus far, and we're going to be condensing it into one video. The reason why I wanted to go ahead and do this today is because I've noticed that there are a ton of players out there that have been asking a lot of the same questions that seem to be confused on the details of this collab so far. So what I wanted to go ahead and do today is, instead of speculating, what I want to do is round it all up, all the information that we have, into one little video, so that way you guys can have all of your questions answered and you know everything that we know so far. So we're not going to be getting into speculation today. Like I said, instead what we're going to be focusing on is confirmed information, but I figure that this should be helpful for all the players out there that are still confused on what we do and do not know as far as the Street Fighter V collaboration is concerned. But before we get into all of that and more, make sure, if you guys haven't already done so and you enjoy daily King of Fighters All-Star content such as this, you smash that like button and subscribe. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Hit the intro. Alright, you guys, so like I said in the introduction, in today's video we are going to be focusing on all the details that we have confirmed thus far for the Street Fighter V collaboration. That way you guys have a quick reference for the information that is confirmed thus far. I will not be getting into speculation in this video, and if you want the links to any of the sources used in today's video, you can find those as always in the description. With that being said, let's go ahead and start off with the release date for the Street Fighter V collaboration, which was confirmed to us in the second teaser video released for this collab, and that is of course going to be March 24th. Now, if you go over to the official website, you are going to see a date of March 15th listed for a pre-registration. That pre-registration date we will talk more about momentarily, but it is not the official release date for the collab itself. Instead, the collab drops on March 24th, which is a Thursday, which of course is in line with when we usually see our updates, which a lot of the time our major updates are going to be on a Thursday on the global side of the game. So with that being said, now that we know the release date, let's talk about the roster. If you go over to the official website, and again, link will be in the description, of course you guys are going to see that we have 3 characters thus far officially confirmed. Those characters are going to be Ryu and then 2 different versions of Chun-Li. We're going to have the nostalgia variant as well as the more classic variant of Chun-Li here, and basically these are the 3 characters that we have confirmed from Netmarble so far. Now, if we take a look at the data mines, there's going to be a couple of different things we're going to need to take a look at. There's been a lot of speculation on these, and these are all going to be according to the data, so keep that in mind. If you look at this first screenshot, of course you're going to see the other 3 characters' names listed that we have not so far seen added to the official website. One of these characters was confirmed in the second teaser as well, of course that character being Akuma, but then the other 2 characters that have not been announced yet officially are of course going to be Luke, and then the one that is going to be the biggest subject of contention, however there's a bit of a story there, is going to be either Vega or M. Bison. Now, the reason why there's a little bit of confusion, for those of you who are not aware, the word Vega means dictator, and in Japan, that is the name that is not used for Vega as we know him on the global side, but instead that is the name used for M. Bison. So this caused quite a bit of confusion for a lot of people out there, because of course everybody wondered, does this mean we're getting Vega? Does this mean we're getting M. Bison? What even is reality anymore? Well, to be honest with you guys, nobody knows 100% for sure yet. However, there was a subsequent data mine last week. Now, of course, all of these data mines are special thanks to Lala, Tino, and Vanced over on my Discord. But basically, if you take a look at this latest data mine, you are going to notice that Akuma is not listed in the data files as Akuma, but instead as Goki. So that is something that is worth noting here, because that would mean that they are potentially going to be using the Japanese names for these characters in the data, which could confirm that M. Bison is indeed going to be the 6th character and not Vega. However, definitely keep in mind what we had just mentioned, and this is not 100% confirmed. So that would pretty much give us what the roster should be looking like. Chances are one of the Chun-Li's is going to be a free character, while the other one is going to be a limited banner character if history repeats itself, based on what Netmarble's forte has been with a lot of these different collaborations. However, there is going to be one wrinkle to this story, and that is going to be a tweet that was made over on the King of Fighters All-Star official Twitter. If you guys take a look here, you're of course going to see the 3 characters that we have confirmed officially thus far, but you're also going to see those 3 question mark tiles over here with the roster. But the interesting thing to note here is there is a 4th one over next to Kyo. So we do not know what this means. A lot of people have been speculating on this, and like I'd already mentioned in this video, we are not going to be speculating today, so I'm not going to get into what this could be. Some people think it could mean that we are going to see buffs made to this SS volume featuring Kyo and Iori. Other people think that there is going to be another Street Fighter character. At this point, nothing is confirmed on this front, and until that happens, I'm not going to be reporting on anything having to do with this, because I only want to talk about confirmed information here. But that is pretty much what we know about both the release date of March 24th, which is a Thursday, and then the roster of characters so far. So, with all of that being said, what can we expect before the Street Fighter V collaboration? Because the files would seem to indicate that we are going to be seeing some sort of pre-event events. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more data mines, and that should give us a little bit more information on what we could potentially be expecting on the week of March 15th, March 16th. So as you guys can see on screen, there should be at least 2 different pre-events for Street Fighter V leading up to the release of the event itself. The first one is going to be this gift event. As you guys can see the assets here on screen. If you're wondering what a gift event is, this should be something similar to the Idol Kula event that we had most recently, so that should be something that you can kind of compare this to. Another event that we do have an asset for is going to be a dice game associated with the Street Fighter V collaboration, and again, this is labeled as a pre-event in the files, so there should be at minimum 2 different events that we should be seeing leading up to the release of the official collaboration. One other asset that is in the data right now that we can take a look at is of course going to be this one here. Now this appears to be the asset for some sort of login event, and that is pretty much what we have as far as our data mines thus far for Street Fighter V. So that is pretty much going to do it for the main bulk of the information, you guys. One other thing I do want to throw in here is there is still a coupon code active right now over on the official website. I will have a link in the description for iOS users, that way for those of you who haven't claimed this yet, you can go ahead and do so real quick, but it will net you 500 rubies. But that's pretty much what we know right now about the Street Fighter V collaboration. I just wanted to go ahead and do a quick news roundup video for this, you guys, because all of the updates on this have been kind of scattered over the past couple of weeks, and I know a lot of people are still very confused on what's going on. We have a lot of new players coming in, so I wanted to go ahead and condense everything into one video. So again, all of the sources for all this information will be in the description, but hopefully this answers some questions for those of you out there who are still wondering about some of this stuff. If you enjoyed it and found it informative, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. And until the next one, you all take care. Peace.
Continue.